재밌어. Hi, welcome to my channel, besties. My name is Joey, 25, working in Korea, and this is my reunion with my long-distance bestie who came all the way from Canada. Ever since we parted ways in middle school, we would meet up here and there, and this year, she came to visit Korea again, so our adventure continues. We went to eat K-barbecue, did some shopping, also went to the movies. Nothing extravagant, but when you do it with the right person, every moment is special, eh? The next few days was a blur of adventures. Just like how I was taught not to kiss and tell, I can't verbalize all the fun we had for the whole internet people to judge, but think as you wish. This is a once-a-year reunion, so every moment we gotta live it to the most. What? Wait, does that make sense? Well, anyways, as I was saying, when it comes to long-distance friendships, the once-a-year reunion is what keeps us going in life. So, like every year, this moment of being able to reunite as a trio was beyond special. If someone were to ask me, what makes you confident? I would say, my friends. Knowing that there are people in this world who love me for exactly who and what I am is an empowering feeling. I think that one of the core desires all human beings have in common is wanting to be seen and understood. So knowing that I've got friends who would purposely spend time and money just to be with me, to do nothing but laugh, take pictures, eat dessert, drink coffee, gives me confidence because I feel like I have a place in this big wide world. Friends are like the family you get to choose, and when it's a choice, that's when you know it's real. So I do my best to take care of the ones I chose who are now part of my life forever. Ha ha ha. I took a few days off work to fully be able to focus on having fun, and to spice things up, we booked an Airbnb to have a sleepover. It would have been a lot better to take a trip somewhere out of Seoul, but due to the lack of finances and time, we opted for a little staycation at this Airbnb that looks like modern architectural art meets Japanese bonsai garden. I mean, it looked pretty nice and futuristic. With Airbnbs, I always have this fear of what if we're being watched? But it was a risk I was willing to take as long as I got some quality time with the girlies. We even bought pajamas specifically for this occasion, so we weren't playing games, y'all. We were here to have fun, and fun it was. We started off by arguing about what to watch on Netflix, what to order, but we eventually settled on ordering fried chicken and not watching anything, because being with each other is the best entertainment in itself. I honestly don't remember the things we talked about, but watching back these clips, one thing for sure is I was truly happy. Happiness isn't that far away, guys. So where is it, you ask? It varies depending on the person, but at least for me, of course, I would be so happy being on a yacht in Hawaii, sipping cocktails with a man who looks like Cha Eun-woo by my side, paying for everything. But another form of happiness for me is eating chicken and yapping with friends who are at the same level of crazy as me. There's that saying, best friendships come as a trio, right? One is the crazy one, another is like the mom of the group, the last one is like the clueless and harmless. So can you guess which one I am? I would like to believe I am the mother, the leader of the group, but let's not actually ask my friends what they think. I went to sleep with a sore throat and tight belly from all the laughing and yapping, but it was one of the best nights ever.
진짜 너랑 대화하기 싫다, 오나. 그런가 봐. 오케이.
The last few days with my Canadian bestie went by so fast. I guess one of the most memorable moments was probably our mini photo shoot at a self-studio. Let's be real, we're not getting any younger, are we? So what better way to capture our youth other than taking photos, am I right? After being models for the day, we did more cafe hopping, eating good dessert, sipping on coffee. It's quite fascinating how I can never get bored when I'm with the besties. No matter how many days days or time we spent together, there's always something to talk about or laugh about. I'm sure like most of you, I struggle with letting go and saying goodbye. So there was even a time in my life where I purposely didn't open up or make friends with people who I knew would be leaving sooner or later. But I soon realized it's a blessing to have someone that's so hard to say goodbye to, because that's proof that you truly loved and cared for that person. I don't know when we will be able to meet again, but what I do know is we will simply start where we left off. It was sad sending away my friend back to Canada, but life goes on. I continued to try enjoying my life by having hangouts with friends here and there. I got pretty lucky on this day because I've always wanted to come to this cafe, and finally there was no line and there were seats available. The whole wooden vibe, homey ambiance is perfect for the autumn season. On another day, I went to the Seoul Light Lantern Festival that was conveniently right next to my office. I guess this was like the Korean version of Christmas Lights Festival. What impressed me the most was the light show at the Gyeongbokgung Palace. We had no idea that this was a thing, so it was a very pleasant surprise. I'm proud to see Korea getting more and more creative and artsy, because the light show was pretty much the highlight of my winter nights. And the best part, it was all free. For Christmas, I took days off work to visit my family in Jeju Island. Being in my 20s, I can't really feel that I'm aging, because like the society says, 20s is your prime time. But when I see how fast my nephew and niece are growing, that's when the passing of time truly feels palpable. Every time I visit, I can't stop thinking about how I wish I lived close to my family. But anyways, my brother-in-law, who is the best chef I know, cooked us a really good Christmas dinner, which I devoured like there was no tomorrow. This day was truly memorable for me because it was the best cafe discovery experience I ever had. For some alone time, I took a taxi to this beach view cafe near my sister's house. Nobody likes crowds, right? But as an introverted person, I especially hate living in the city because everywhere you go, there's so many people, which sucks all my energy and takes away the fun. But this cafe not only had a beach view, but there was legit not a single soul. I could imagine that this was my house with a big front yard looking out to the ocean view, tall clear windows bringing in tons of warm sunlight. I mean, a girl can dream, right? I guess the concrete wall made the overall ambiance of this cafe a little cold, but overall, I had the best time just journaling, drawing, reading, listening to music with no other responsibilities. The next few days, I took the babies out on my own to spoil them as their cool girl auntie. I can't wait to see them again. Can't believe we're already into 4 months of 2025, but here is how I spent my New Year's. Another bestie of mine who lives in Singapore came to visit. We didn't do anything special though. It's really not about what we do, but more of who you do things with, right? So simply eating dinner, dessert at a cafe, and then going to church to do the countdown was all special. Since moving to Korea in 2018, everything is a blur, but 2024 was a year I will forever remember because it's the year I felt the most growth and love from working at my internship. I'll get into the details sometime soon, but for now, goodbye 2024, and thanks for being good to me.
1, 2, 3, Happy New Year! 재밌냐고.
아니, 재밌어.
다시 하라고.
알았어.
Well, I am 4 months late, but Happy New Year, everyone! To start off the new year right, my friend and I went glamping. I've always wanted to have the caravan experience, so being able to share this moment with my friend was exhilarating. This glamping site was close to my house, and the price wasn't ridiculously expensive. I have so much respect for those who drive and live in caravans, because what a life that must be. The thought of packing the gears and food for camping, I honestly can't be bothered because that's so much work. But with this caravan glamping experience, everything was provided, even free welcome drink. So to kill time till dinner, we took a little walk around the area with our coffee and explored some nature. The fact that we were in the middle of the forest made it feel like we were truly taking a break from the hustle and bustle of city life. It was so peaceful and quiet, like it was just the two of us in this world. Seeing nothing but trees, hearing the sound of crunchy leaves, breathing in the fresh air, I couldn't have asked for a better way to start off 2024. 25. For dinner, we headed to the cafeteria to get our K-barbecue package, where the portion was quite generous. Soup, rice, veggies, sauce, and even s'more kit was provided. We had to start the fire and cook the meat on our own, so as independent women, we did our best to feed ourselves. Thankfully, my bestie is one of the most self-sufficient women I know, so I felt relieved knowing she got my back. We soon couldn't handle the cold anymore, so decided to make a fire. We tried to make the fire on our own, but we're just girls, so we got the help of an adult man. Once the fire was up, we got our marshmallows out to make the s'mores. I wonder who had the thought of melting marshmallows and eating it like a sandwich, cause although it feels like diabetes, it's so freaking delicious. I've made s'mores in the past, but this was the most successful one I've made. I love a good, genuine, honest, deep talk, so with the fire going, we also had time reflecting on past year and things we want to achieve this year. After the whole fire pit confession, we had a cozy sleepover in the caravan, and the next day, we woke up to a ton of snow. Winter was officially starting. It especially snowed a lot this year, and winter felt so long. It's still quite cold here in Korea, although it's April, but regardless of the coldness, seasons come and seasons go. I find it daunting how nothing can last forever, so even fun hangouts with friends are fleeting moments that eventually become distant memories. Nothing lasts forever, but that's the beauty of life, right? It makes every moment, every laugh, that much sweeter and warmer when reflecting on how far you've come. And every day brings another tomorrow, so for now,
Good night.